Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rosie Victoria, and right now we're going to be diving into the star sign reading of Sagittarius for September 2024. Now, if you're new to my channel, this is the home of business literacy, and we dive into everything from spirit to science to mind development and how to scale success and manifest your dream life. Now, today we're going to be diving into the Sagittarius reading for September 2024, and we're going to go into all areas of life, what's coming through for you and what spirit wants you to know. Sagittarius, there is a lot of energy coming to the surface for you as we're entering October. Now, one of the biggest things that I'm hearing right now is restriction. There's something that you don't like right now in your reality and you're feeling very, very restricted. Now, Spirit is showcasing to me this like chain energy, and you're almost feeling like you're chained to your current circumstances. You feel very, very restricted when it comes down to your finances, and you feel like the things that you want to do just aren't possible right now. Now, what Spirit is bringing to the surface here is that it's just too early for you to start bucking flash holidays, leaning into glamorous events. Like, you're gonna have to take your time, and that can be really, really hard to hear, especially when we're trying to clear debt and be done with financial ruin. However, what Spirit is bringing to the surface right now is that there's a need to listen to these restrictions. Stop allowing your ego to make decisions for you and actually question whether something is in your greatest good. Because what I'm seeing right now is that there's certain behaviors financially that are not serving you, and Spirit is trying to restrict you for a reason. And it's your responsibility to listen to the guidance, because it's coming through to serve you, to stop you from making mistakes that are going to kind of keep you in that disconnect and in that fear. So the restrictions that you're seeing right now, they're happening for a reason. Now, with restrictions with finances, I feel like some of you are waiting for this like breakthrough. You're waiting for money to appear in your life, and that might look like money back from a dispute. It might look like money in your business. There's a period of waiting. It's like you're waiting for something that's out of your control, and you feel like all you've done is been waiting and waiting and waiting. You've been waiting for this breakthrough and this news that money is on its way to you. And I get it. When we're in that season of waiting, it can feel very, very long-winded and as though we're just sat back and we're waiting for the news. Now, I keep seeing like you're waiting for the final approval. This could be a loan. It could be, some kind of court case. But there's something of being waiting for some kind of approval to say that you're now welcoming that next chapter of finances into your life. Now, there is going to be a delay. However, there's going to be a delay for a reason. I feel energetically you are not ready to receive this lump sum of money right now. And as much as you might think you're ready, you're not. Because your instant reaction would be to spend it in ways that are not going to serve you in the long run. And Spirit really desires you to break through these lessons and these barriers right now. And so it's trying to prepare you for new behavioral patterns. And when you align your new behavior patterns, what's going to happen is you're going to find yourself shifting and creating this new standard for yourself. It almost feels like you need to step into your personal power right now, because you've been giving your power away to this situation. There's something that's been going on for you financially that has just energetically drained you. And there's such a strong emphasis on money right now. And obviously when I do these collective readings, a lot of the time it's going to relate to people very, very differently. But as I'm channeling with you, Spirit is coming through and saying no finances, as though there's a financial message for the majority of you in regard to waiting for money and waiting for something to change. Now, as I'm looking at this, Spirit is saying you can no longer wait for the approval and wait for the sign. And so if you're somebody who's been waiting for your business to grow and you've been trying to scale to success, this is a time to take matters into your own hands. It's not about giving up. It's not about letting go, but it's about taking matters into your own hands and making sure that you're giving yourself what it is that you need to reach that level of comfort in your reality. And so if that looks like taking on a job that can pay you and financially create security, then take on the job. Nobody's judging you and nobody's thinking anything bad of you. Now, if this looks like waiting for money to come in from a court case or a legal battle, the one thing coming to the surface right now is that you have to stop waiting for it in a way where you're kind of spending money and being like, oh, it's okay, the money's going to come back, I'm going to get this new job, or the money from the court case is going to come in. You actually need to be very, very mindful, because some things are out of your control right now. And I can see that the waiting period is slightly delayed And so your behavior is massively going to matter over the next couple of months, because you do not want to end up in a position where you're paying something out and not receiving it back. Now, if you're somebody who's been saying the saying, it's okay, like money will come back to me, I'll manifest the money back, this is very, very toxic. And we actually break down why this is a toxic energy frequency inside of my Psychic Circle membership, which I'll drop the link below. Come and play with us. We have monthly mediumship calls where we dive into your relationship with spirit and channel into your gifts a little bit further. But what I'm trying to communicate right now is that you need to be very, very mindful of the language that you're using and not putting more strain onto your life and onto your surrounding. Be some decisions that you don't want to make throughout October. However, Spirit is saying you're having to make these decisions because of the restriction that is present inside of your life. And as much as you don't want to make these decisions, they're going to take off a lot of the stress and a lot of the burden in your energy. And so this is a time of grounding your root and giving yourself what it is that you need on the strongest level. And this means saying yes to things that you feel you don't want to do, but are actually going to add value and security to your life. I will say, and I feel like this reading's getting a little bit dramatic as I'm going through, like there's so much energy coming through from Spirit, and I'm like, no, they did not. And it's giving me that like a drama tea, and I'm like, yes, Spirit, thank you. But what I am getting coming to the surface right now is that a lot of you, you're in a sticky situation not because of yourself. And so this might look like a partner spending money that you didn't know they were spending, gambling, behaving in toxic ways with money. It might look like you've picked up somebody else's debt. You've taken on the financial struggle for somebody else. And there's a little bit of bitterness that comes to the surface here and frustration, which is stopping you from being able to trust the people in your life. Now, what Spirit is saying and what Spirit is guiding is, as much as this was somebody else's situation, it's almost like you honored it, you allowed it, and I feel this is a reminder to start speaking up. You have to start speaking up, Sagittarius. You take on too much, and even now, it's like you're still allowing behavior that you shouldn't, and it's a reminder that if you want these cycles to keep continuing, then, carry on allowing behavior that you shouldn't be allowing. It's time to break the cycles. And so this looks like making sure that other people are actually ready to change. And remember, just because we want somebody to change doesn't mean they're going to. And I feel like this is a hard truth for you right now. Reminder, Sagittarius, that if you have liked this video, to drop me a like and subscribe down below so that I can keep creating monthly content for you. Now, go back to September's reading, watch what I said, and let me know the breakthroughs that happened inside of your reality. I love to see what resonated, and I love to see how it played out. It always shocks me how accurate Spirit actually is. Now, if you desire to join my mediumship development circle, we meet bi-weekly on a Thursday. Then I will drop the link down below. Come play with us, and let's start to connect you with your psychic gifts.